Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Vogt. This past year, I've heard a lot of talk about perfection. Upon hearing that I got a 36 on the ACT in October, I started getting a lot of attention around school and the community. People I barely knew would see me in the halls and say, "Hey, it's Mr. Perfect ACT." Teachers who had never had me before would identify me as that guy who got the perfect score. I even found signs posted across the school listing 36 reasons why we love Ryan Vogt. If I knew it took a test to get that, I would have taken it sooner. No matter what I had done before, and no matter what I did thereafter, it seemed I would always be identified by perfection in one moment. Throughout our years in school, we have been told what perfection looks like. In elementary school was getting 4s, pluses, and smiley faces on all of our assignments. Later, those 4s and pluses got replaced by A's, and good luck getting many smiley faces in high school. We are told perfection comes from studying hard, coming to the right conclusions, performing well on tests, and turning everything in on time. Early in my school career, I made it a goal of mine to get a perfect 4.0 GPA. In my mind, that was the essence of perfection, because it was a clear number that I could look at and say, "Hey, I'm doing the best I could possibly do." The system made it easy for me. It told me what was perfect, and I went on to achieve it. Beyond the confines of Kamiak, however, things aren't so straightforward. People won't tell you what's perfect or how to achieve it. There is no crash course video, Spark Notes, a study guide for life. For some, this perfection may be finding the right job and establishing a family. For others, it may come in the form of traveling the world and meeting new people. And for others still, it may be climbing mountains and pushing their bodies to the best and the most that they could possibly do. For each of us, this image of perfection will take on a different form, or it is a reflection of ourselves. As Joseph Campbell, the late professor from Sarah Lawrence College, describes it, we must all follow our bliss. The reason why we live and the thing which makes living worthwhile. Society tells us that money, a nice car, the newest iPhone, trendy clothes, a chiseled body, and some badass headphones will make life rich, fulfilling, and happy. Some of us may eventually have many of these things, but I truly doubt that this will bring any actual bliss. Each one of us needs to find our own perfection, worth chasing after, something we can dedicate our entire life to and enjoy doing it. But you cannot let anyone else decide what your perfection is, because it is your life that you are devoting to it. It will be a process, and it will require great sacrifice. Perfection, or bliss, or whatever you want to call it, is not a single event, a single moment in space and time, but a horizon that we are constantly running towards. Every step we take towards perfection does not actually bring the horizon any nearer, but simply moves us from where we were before to somewhere closer to where we think we want to be. The horizon changes as we continue to move, as do the surroundings that we encounter as we chase it. Sure, we may never reach the ever-changing horizon off in the distance, but it is in our pursuit of it that we see change, progress, and growth in ourselves. For the past 4 years, our eyes have been set on the bliss and the perfection of reaching this day, graduation. We are graduating. The sacrifices we have made throughout our entire school careers are about to pay off. Hard work, late nights, early mornings, bad cafeteria food, those creepy AIDS videos, freaking history, and time. So much time. But this diploma and the end of high school is certainly not the end product of our lives, nor is it the end to the sacrifices we must make. Now that we have all finally reached this point of perfection, this point that we have been told to look towards for weeks, for months, for years, it's time to look elsewhere and to look beyond. In the coming years, if it hasn't already, your horizon will become apparent to you. that perfection that you will chase for the rest of your life. And it will be up to you to look up, to chase after it, and to never turn back. And that is why I don't always like being remembered for my ACT score. Yes, it was certainly a remarkable achievement, and I'm very grateful to everyone who has taken the time and the effort to acknowledge that and inform me that they saw it and recognized that. However, if I continue to look back at that effort, at that single moment, how can I ever hope to get any closer to where I want to be? For that achievement represents only a single step in the pursuit of my own horizon, my own bliss. At the time I took the ACT, the horizon I was chasing after was getting into the perfect college. Today, it is making the most of the opportunities directly in front of me, of discovering what it is I really want to do with my life, and of sharing as many moments as I can with the people that I love. Tomorrow, my horizon could look completely different, but that's the beauty of chasing after the horizon. As you continue to chase after it, every step you take shows you something different and takes you somewhere new. And you might just discover that it shows you new horizons. Despite the obstacles and challenges that may stand in your way, you just might find that the journey has created within you the perfection that you had been seeking in the first place. So look up, classmates, take your first step, and never stop moving towards perfection, your perfection. Thank you.
Hey, is it okay with you if I introduce a few people up on the stage? You're thinking, who are those people up there? And I'd love to introduce those to you. I'd like to begin with our school board, with our school board president, Judy Schwab. Judy, would you wave at us and understand? Yes, thank you.